Hello and welcome back to Simply at Home. Today's video is on stencil making. I know there are a lot of ideas that has been flowing in. So this stencil making, I'm using a thick sheet that I'm having at home. You can use a cardboard or any thick sheet which is visible for you to draw or make your outline and do the cutting for the stencil making at home. I would also suggest if you have old X-ray sheets, they are the best. However, I'm just using these thick, I'm just showing you the difference. These are plain thin sheets, don't use these. Use thicker cardboards or bound papers because we need that stencil to stay for the activity that we are going to be doing. Now that we have identified this, considering I have taken a dark color cardboard or a thick sheet, I'm going to be using a light color pencil, and in this case it's going to be a white color pencil. Now this is purely for making wishes. It can be for happy birthday, happy Diwali, happy new year, whatever, or making any specific personalized cards or greeting cards that you're going to make for anybody. You can use this stencil by creating with their names, because we are not going to be expecting children to do calligraphy, right? So let them explore, write out the names or trace out the names of their choice. And this one, of course, we're wishing you a happy Diwali. So this can be used as a stencil for anything as a base. So once we draw whatever we need, in this case I'm only doing it with alphabets because we're just going to do Happy Diwali. And if you have grown-up children who are feeling bored about things, these kind of pins, broad pins, you can do pinprick. Okay, so kids needn't say I'm bored or they needn't sit long hours in front of TV. So you can give them Antakshari or whatever, and they can do pinprick and make the relevant hole for the stencil to come up. And it's also a good fine motor skill. Pinprick is excellent for focus and for the brain development of the left brain, whatever right brain. Now I'm doing this for as a stencil. You can use the stencil for blow painting or coloring on top of it, so there is no smudging around, or spray painting, or for rangoli dashing. Ideas can just flow in the way you want it, or even paper smudging. So this is something I'm doing on my own. So this one, using a blade or a knife, again I would suggest this only with adult supervision. Pinprick at least is better off because it's a little not dangerous. So I'm just using the small knife because they are straight lines for me to just take off the what do you call this, the stencil which we have drawn off. So since it's going to be knife that I'm using a vegetable cutter below, because otherwise all your sheets of paper and your floor, they will all get scratches otherwise. So the key to the stencil making is, one, kids will love them. Two, you can make your own creativity as the tips that I have just said. Happy Diwali. Signing off, this is Ramya, Simply at Home.